Hello my dear students, welcome to your social science class. In today's class we are going to discuss about the second half of our chapter political parties. In this half we are going to discuss about the problems or the challenges faced by the Indian political parties, or you can say the problems faced by Indian electoral system. At last we will discuss about how these political parties can be reformed. So let's start. Now, what are the challenges faced by political parties? Lack of internal democracy. The first challenge is lack of internal democracy within the political parties. Now, what does it mean? It means parties do not keep membership registers, do not hold organizational meetings, and do not conduct internal elections regularly. With the result, ordinary members of the party do not get sufficient information what is going on inside the party. It means पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज में इंटरनल डेमोक्रेसी की कमी है. वो इंटरनल इलेक्शंस हेल्ड अप नहीं करती हैं, वो इंटरनली अपने मेंबर्स का कोई रिकॉर्ड या रजिस्टर मेंटेन नहीं करती हैं. नाउ द सेकंड मेन इंपॉर्टेंट चैलेंज इज डायनेस्टिक succession. It is all directly related to the first one. What does it mean dynastic succession? It means political parties की जो leadership होती है वो dynastically transfer होती रहती है. Such as in the ancient times, ruling authority was transferred from one generation to another generation or the family members. Take example from Congress. The earlier leadership was in the hand of Motilal Nehru, then Jawaharlal Nehru, then Indira Gandhi, later on Rajiv Gandhi, and now Sonia Gandhi is the leader of Congress I. Now, the third challenge is about the growing role of money and muscle power in parties, especially during the time of elections. As we all know that the main aim of the parties is to win elections. And for that they use shortcuts to win elections. They tend to nominate those candidates only who have or can raise lots of fund for the party. In this way, rich people and companies who give funds to the parties tend to have influence on the policies and decisions of the party. Now, the last and main important challenge, that is no meaningful choice for the voters. Now, what does it mean? It means that in recent years there has been a decline in the ideological differences among parties. Why there is a decline in the ideologies? Because regularly the leaders or the members of the political parties keep changing their parties, and due to this voters do not have any meaningful choice. Okay, let's look at some of the recent efforts and suggestions in our country to reform political parties and its leaders. The first one is anti-defection law. Our constitution was amended to prevent elected MLAs and MPs from changing parties. They have done so in order to become ministers or for cash rewards. Now, the law says that if any elected MP or MLA changes parties, he or she will lose the seat in the legislature. In this way, this new law has helped bring defection down. Now, the second main important step, that is affidavit. The Supreme Court passed an order to reduce the influence of money and criminals. Now it is compulsory for every candidate who contests elections to file an affidavit at the time of the nomination giving details of his property and criminal cases pending against him. This new system has made a lot of information available to the public and made the democratic system more transparent. Now, the next suggestion is state funding. What does it mean? It means that there should be state funding of the elections. The government should give parties money to support their election expenses. In this way, they can keep a check on the excessive use of money by the political parties. The last strategy, that is regulation of internal affairs. A law should be made to regulate the internal affairs of political parties. It should be made compulsory and mandatory for all the parties to maintain a register, to act as a judge in the case of party dispute, or to have an independent authority and to follow their own constitution. Now, the last main important suggestion is quota for women. It should be made mandatory and compulsory for political parties to give a minimum number of tickets, about 1/3 to the women candidates also. Now, we have two other ways in which parties can be reformed, and these are: the political parties can be reformed if people put pressure on them through petition and agitations. It means the participation of common people with the help of their agitations or the petitions. They can compel them to follow all these criteria. The second way is political parties can be reformed if those who want these changes become members of these parties. What does it mean? कि जो लोग ये सारे चेंजेस पार्टीज में चाहते हैं या रिफॉर्म चाहते हैं, अगर वो पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज की मेंबरशिप ले लेते हैं तो हम पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज को इजीली रिफॉर्म कर सकते हैं. At the end of the video, I hope all the concepts are very clear to you. So, do your work properly, read the chapter once again, stay at home, stay safe. Thank you.